Alright guys, I'm back, it's Sean.
And Mitch.
And we're back to explore the interior of the castle for Radiant Citadel. This episode might be a little bit shorter than usual. The music for the background here, by the way, is Hollow Bastion by Project Estati. It's a cover thing, or kind of a project they're done. Check them out on YouTube, and they're really cool. I bought their album, it's like super awesome, and I wanted to use it in here. I hope that's cool. I am giving credit for the music where credit's due. It's all either Kingdom Hearts Piano Collections, or, in this case, Project Estati. So here we have the castle, and I kind of just ran into it without even thinking. And it's a really big thing. It's 13 floors, I think. I could be wrong about that.
How big is each floor?
About like this.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of, I did my own thing on it, but you've got rooms like, most of it's going to be stuff like, you know, these bookshelves here, seats with books that say nothing. And these are supposed to be computer stations. Anywhere you see like that stuff inlaid into the wall, it's computer, but in the floor it's just lighting. Or ceiling, I guess. Floor or ceiling. This project actually took a really, really long time. Now, when I say the whole project took a month, what I mean is that it took a month to construct the actual city, and then doing all the detail work and building all the interiors, putting the people in it, setting up the music. That probably took a good month all on its own too. So we have some more characters here, and I wanted to show off the character work. We're actually going to come back to this lab at the very end of the video, but this is the lab underneath. You see it in Kingdom Hearts too, but there's the manufactory there, which we can actually get to, but I'm not going to right now. And that portal is where we're going to come through later. So we're going to leave here. Turn around. Okay, sorry. That's actually a unique lighting system here, where if it were nighttime, those would light up. I'm not going to right now, though. This place is actually always daytime because time is frozen in my world. So that was a library annex here above the lab, and this is the main library of the castle. There are a lot of books here.
Yeah.
This is actually a map of Radiant Garden, or Radiant Citadel here from above, 1-to-1 scale. Oh, those are little gardens around the outside. Maybe we'll look at them after if the episode's not too long. This back tower here has more stuff like from the inside. So there's a library here. The next floor has a forge type stuff. I'm not actually going to go into the back tower because it's all annex and there's no way out of it except for that one entrance. Here you have the gummy ship hangar, and this, I'm not exactly sure how in the story you'd get this thing out of here, but you can. Basically, that's their flying vehicles. Anyways, we're going to come up here, and both halves of the castle are pretty much the same, so I'm only going to explore, you know, each half once, or, you know, I mean, what I mean by that is I'm not going to go into both sides usually, so you only see half the castle, but it's all the same. Oh, this is an entrance to the back tower, but again, it's just an annex, you know, so there's nothing really there that's special. You have some crystal structures here. This is all workstations, basically. You know, you got carpentry benches, workbenches, forges. The whole castle, this is kind of the workshop for the whole castle. Both sides have one. Like I said, both sides are identical, so not going to the other side. No point in it. What do you think, Mitch?
I think it looks good, Sean.
Yeah. So we got some pod rooms here, actually, which are a reference to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and a fountain room in here with a garden. There's a couple interior gardens, actually, we'll see on another floor or 3 up. Some more pods here, and actually we have Evan, one of the characters from Kingdom Hearts. And he's hard at work doing something. Oh, he's studying these, which are actually Heartless in containers. They're not actually based on any Heartless.
Like your ex!
I don't have an ex. I've only ever dated Carissa.
What about that one girl?
What one girl?
You know that one girl.
Which one girl? Oh, you mean the one that actually turned out to be like 3 people pretending to be one person? That doesn't even count. They were assholes. Oh, pardon me. Can't say that on YouTube and you'll monetize it. I'm not monetizing these anyway. Anyways, you have an enchanting room here. You have another forge room here. That's the way upstairs. This is the central control for the whole town. It's a series of computer rooms here, you know. And that's actually the main computer. I know. Crazy, right? Anyways, yeah, Mitch is telling a story about a really bad thing that happened. Never trust people online who say they're a person, because they're probably not.
They're probably 3 people.
3 people pretending to be one. Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Well, I had met the person in person, and they gave me their contact info, and then their contact info was a bunch of their friends playing a joke on me. So, yeah, that lasted for about a couple months. Anyways, this is an internal garden, and these are actually in those big wings of the castle that you see from the outside. This is like a kitchen kind of area here, dining room. Big castle, though. Really, really big castle. Like, you know, we're already 5 minutes in here, and we're about maybe 2/3 of the way up. So all of these doors lead to something that's exactly the same, and it's an apartment basically like this. Each of the 6 apprentices have an apartment. You've seen some of them. 3 of them were outside, and 2 of them you've seen already inside. And they're Ansem the Wise's apprentices. So there's a bedroom there, and then these rooms. The bedroom's actually special because it's one of the few places where you can actually turn off the lights, you know? You can't do that in the rest of the castle because all the lights are obviously prismarine. Or not prismarine, but sea lanterns. All these other doors lead to rooms that are exactly like that, so we're not going to go into them. And these are just bedroom portions from there, so we're not going to go into those either. And the other half of the castle is the same. Kind of trying to, you know, get through here quick because the whole place is really big. Ah, here we go. So these are like cathedrals, basically. Or I guess you'd call... I don't really know. They're meant to be styled like cathedrals. I guess they kind of are. You have Dime here, the master musician. Which is the name I picked for the Kingdom Hearts character Demyx as his person. Because, for any of you who know Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts, all their names are anagrams of their actual names with an X in them. So this would be Demyx without the X. And that's what I chose for him. I don't know. My own stylings. Oh, never went into the center of this section. So the center of this floor is actually just kind of basic, and it's got these library study rooms over here, kind of. Nothing too fancy, because the walls get really thin outside at this point, actually. The castle is about that thick. I could have made it bigger on the inside, like the TARDIS, but I didn't. This is all storage on this whole floor. Storage rooms like those, the one you just saw in the corner of our eye. This last floor, I feel like I missed one, but I didn't, has these little rooms off to the side. And then this is just a interior garden with a fountain again, and you have a little computer room here. Mitch, you've been awful quiet.
Yeah, Sean, I'm excited to do survival mode.
Yes, we're going to be doing a survival series, and it's probably already going to be running by the time this video gets uploaded. We do actually do a little bit of pre-recording because Mitch can't be over here every day, obviously, so we try and record a couple episodes in a day to, you know, do some stuff. And we're probably going to upload some survival stuff before this gets posted, but in case we haven't by that time, which I'm sure we will, you know, check out our survival series. And I think what we're going to do is actually try dual recording, where he'll record his perspective and I'll record mine. I don't know, what do you think about that, Mitch?
Yeah, I like it.
So you guys will see that on both channels. Here's King Ansem the Wise, and you can see this is based on the Zero Room, kind of, this big giant hall here. The last couple parts here is a big steepled type roof here with a big heart on the wall. And this is just kind of a house from down below, but put up here. The houses down below are nothing too special, they're just kind of like that on the inside. And you can actually see one of those exterior gardens. Those were things Mitchell was asking about earlier on the mini-map. And those line the outside of the city in a couple places. We're going to go, one last place is into this portal. Well, when I say one last place, I mean the entrance. So this brings us back down to the lab. My phone's ringing, not answering it. Wrong switch. So this switch opens the door here. And you can come down into the Heartless Manufactory. Except I was supposed to hit that other switch, I forgot. So let me go do that. I keep forgetting things. So if you hit the other switch here. Wrong switch, again. If you hit the other switch here, you can come downstairs, and actually these stairs appear here. And this is a reference to, in Kingdom Hearts 2, the scene where Xemnas is descending this big set of spiral stairs to a lab. Or to the Chamber of Repose, I think it's called. I actually have a Chamber of Waking in the Castle of Naught, so I get confused. So these are Heartless, kept in, instead of in stasis, in actual chambers. You can see there's a dead dude back there. It's pretty graphic. But different Heartless are kept in different chambers, and I kind of just... They're not based on any Heartless from Kingdom Hearts, they're kind of their own thing. And I forget if there was anything else we were going to do for this episode besides... Why is his arm sticking out of the wall? That's weird. So this is actually Xehanort's hidden Chamber of Repose here. It's kind of like a second throne room, but you can see that instead of the regular banner for Radiant Citadel, you have these twisted black and white ones with the X across them. And if you haven't seen the regular banner, I'm sure you have because it's all over the castle outside. But yeah, that's kind of just a difference. And Mitchell, were we going to look at anything else here? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Brain's all afuddled. Right, so that pretty much sums up everything done so far in Prosperum that's really complete. There's one other town, Starlight Refuge, and we're not going to go to it yet because I haven't put the people in it, nor have I finished the interior of the houses. I'm sure it'll come up in the next episode, and I'll completely forget that I said that we're not going to do it, but that is what's planned for the future. Here's the giant clock face with the down here. And actually, I went to great trouble to build like this kind of gear-like system back here to run the clock, even though it doesn't actually move the clock. I felt like it looked really cool. Don't you agree? Like, you know, you got this whole clock section back here. Anyways, Mitchell's anxious to get into recording our survival stuff, so we're definitely going to do that, and we'll see you guys next time, probably. If there is a next time. There will be a next time. Anyways, please like.
And subscribe.
Peace out.